Okay, let's get started.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. So you can see from the title, today's video is going to be the list of the horror movies that are going to be released this month. It's crazy to think that we are in August. I honestly feel that this year has been passing way too fast, but here we are. Now I'm going to start very quickly with the releases of this month. So we are starting today, August 4th. Coming to theaters, we have The Meg 2, The Trench. This one follows Jonas Taylor, the LISA research team, on an exploratory dive into the deepest depths of the ocean. Their future spirals into chaos when a malevolent mining operation threatens their mission and forces them into a high-stakes battle for survival. Now, I'm going to start by saying that I will not be watching this, meaning that, of course, I will not be doing a review. Why? I do not like this type of films. I like Jaws, the first one, but all the other films that they exist about sharks or this type of films, I do not enjoy them. I don't see the point of me sitting down and watching when I know for a fact that I'm not going to like it. Now also, this one is coming to theaters in the United States. This one sadly is not coming here in Puerto Rico and is Till Death Do Us Part. This one follows after bailing on her wedding, a former bride-to-be must fight off her ex-groom, and 7 angry killers grooms them in order to survive the night. Until now, I have been seeing mixed reviews about it. I have read that the film is not excellent, but also that it's not that bad. But sadly, like I said, this one is not coming to theaters here, so I will not be able to watch it. But I am interested in it, so once it's available on video on demand or on a streaming service, I will be watching it, although I will not be able to do the review. Now, coming next week, we have on August 11th, coming to theaters, The Last Voyages of the Demeter. This one is based on the single chapter of Captain Slog from Bram Stoker's classic novel Dracula, and the story is set aboard the Russian schooner Demeter, which was chartered to carry a private cargo. Now, the film will detail the strange events that befell the doomed crew as they attempt to survive the oceans, stalked each night by a terrifying presence on board of the ship. Meaning that to a certain extent, we know the ending of the film, but that's why I am hoping that the ending is not the ship just arriving without the crew. I'm hoping to maybe see Dracula start walking into town now as a full human, now that he's well fed, and we see him and we know what is going to happen, because we know it. Well, if you have read the book or if you have seen other films that are based on the book, it's more than enough to know what is going to happen. So I am expecting to see that type of ending, something that it's more than just the ship arriving and no crew, because like I said, we know the ending. So I'm really hoping for something different, for a little spark of oh my god, that type of feeling. That's what I want to feel. So I am going to be watching this one next week, and I am very excited. Actually, I am a huge fan of the book and also the adaptations. We have plenty of adaptations of this book, so I am very excited to see if this one actually brings something new. Now, also coming on August 11th, this one is coming to video on demand, and is Elevator Game. Now, this one is based on the eponymous online phenomenon that is a ritual conducted in an elevator in which players attempt to travel to another dimension using a set of rules that they can be found online. Now, this film is supposed to be released by Shudder, and at first I thought that was going to be August 11th, but then I checked and it's not on their schedule. They actually did some changes with the releases, but this one is still scheduled to be released on August 11th, so that's why I am saying that it's going to be video on demand, because that has happened before. A film comes first on video on demand and then arrives a few months later on Shudder, so we don't know how much we're gonna have to wait. So I will keep an eye on that, but most likely I'm going to be ended up watching it once it gets released on Shudder. And also coming on the same day, and this one is the one that is coming to Shudder, we have The Communion Girl. It's a Spanish film that follows on May of 1987 while returning from a nightclub, and after having taken drugs, a new girl in town, Sarah, and her friend Rabbit find a doll wearing a communion dress. From that moment, their lives will become a living hell. I haven't read or heard anything about this film, only this, and I knew about this because Shudder sent an email with the releases of this month, and I was like, that sounds interesting. I do not know yet if I'm going to be reviewing it. but most likely I'm gonna sit down and watch it because I really like Spanish horror films. They are one of my favorite foreign horror films. They are very good in what they do when it comes to horror. So I am excited to watch this one. Now, coming on August 18, we have on a limited release in theaters, we have Birth/Rebirth. Now, this one follows a morgue technician that successfully reanimates the body of a little girl. But to keep her breathing, she will need to harvest biological materials from pregnant women. When the girl's mother and nurse discover her baby alive, they enter into a deal that forces them both a dark part of no return. This one reminds me a little bit to Pet Sematary for the whole bringing someone back to the dead, and especially a child. I know that this film was released in Sundance back in January, and I have read pretty good things about it. But sadly, since it's going to be a limited release, I'm gonna have to wait until Shudder release it. Because for what I know, they're supposed to be releasing it. When precisely, I don't know yet. But sadly, I'm going to be missing this one until it's available on the platform. But I am very interested to see it. Sounds good, the reality. And to end the month, we have also coming on August 18 to Shudder Bad Things. Now, this one follows a group of friends that go to a hotel for a weekend of getaway and soon discover that the women do bad things there. I already saw this film. Shudder sent me the early screener, meaning that my review has been sitting in my computer for almost a week now. Meaning that this one, of course, will have a review since I already have the review. But of course, I cannot say anything. But the only thing I can say is that you guys will be receiving the review. This one was actually supposed to be released on August 25th, but they decided to change the release date. No bother. The only thing is that I made the mistake of uploading my video on Instagram and TikTok with the wrong date because I saw the email way too late for that. But sometimes mistakes are made. But well, this is all for this month. But well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Surreal. That much I know.